All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Arlisha Wilson. I'll be the chair of today's meeting. Today is Monday, December 15th, and we're going to get started with the reading of the preamble. Madam Secretary?
Good morning. My name is Liz Kukla. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I'm going to read the preamble for you this morning, this Monday, December 15th. In compliance with notification requirements of the city's open meeting law and section 101.021 of the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1976, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions under the purview of the City Planning Department conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting have the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raised hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raised hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Please note that call-in users can unmute by using *6. All meeting activity is being recorded via the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed via YouTube for public view. We have provided a link to the meeting for those who wish to speak on a particular case via our website and email. All requests to speak on a particular matter have been considered. We've also received emails from those who provided written comment on a particular matter. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for that. Can we call the roll, please?
Mr. Madison.
Present.
Ms. Faith.
Present.
Ms. Holzer.
Present.
Ms. Roca is running behind, but is currently not at the table. And Ms. Wilson.
Present.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum with 4 members. At this time, the appellants may request to hold their case until we have 4 members or 5 members at the table, or they actually would not need to postpone because we know she's on. We do have postponements and withdrawals to announce, so maybe by the time we do that, Ms. Roca may be here.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so the first one that is being postponed this morning is calendar number 25-223 at 3741 East 118th Street. Tribestone Properties owner proposing to change use from a 2-family dwelling to a 3-family dwelling in a B1 2-family residential district. If you remember, this board found a raised judicata case and the appellants are working on a response to that and have requested more time.
Okay. All right, so that'll be postponed. Do we have a date for that one?
Let's do the last week in January 26th.
All right. All right, so if you are present for calendar number 25-223 at 3741 East 118th Street, we will not take testimony in this matter. We will postpone that to the last week in January, which is January 26th. Are there any other postponements or withdrawals?
We have one withdraw, calendar number 25-140. This is at 6624 Harvard Avenue. Jamal Sader, owner, proposing to expand use to include a smoke shop in a local retail business district. The appellants are withdrawing at this time. They have informed us that they have had some family issues, events that have taken their time away from preparing for this case, and they plan to apply again at the end of the month or early January.
Okay.
So this time they are withdrawing.
All right, so again, that's calendar number 25-140 at 6624 Harvard Avenue. This matter has been withdrawn. There will be no testimony taken in this matter. Are there any other postponements or withdrawals?
That is all that I have.
All right, so I'm going to call the first case. Please be reminded that we currently at this moment have 4 board members. If you wish to postpone your case until such time that we have 5 board members, you are free to do that. Just let us know once we call the case, okay? So I'll call the first case. This is calendar number 25-222. This is at 10416 Dale Avenue. Do we have someone present from JCMV Real Estate?
This is Jim Gideon, yes.
Okay, perfect. We're going to go ahead and read in your case. Ms. Holder?
Our first case is calendar number 25-222. This is at 10416 Dale Avenue. It is a violation notice. GCMB Real Estate LLC owner appeals under the authority of Section 76-6 of the City of Cleveland and Section 329.02D of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances from notice of violation number V25023588 issued on July 10th, 2025 by the Cleveland Department of Building and Housing for failure to comply with Section 337.18A, which states that accessory off-street parking spaces, driveways, and maneuvering shall be properly graded for drainage so that all water is drained with the lot, providing such parking spaces surfaced with concrete, asphaltic concrete, asphalt, or similar surfacing materials, maintained in good condition and free of debris and trash. And that was filed on October 28th, 2025. Madam Chair, would you like to do the oath? Okay, I'll hand it over to you then.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Holzer. I'm going to go ahead and swear in all who are present for this matter. I'll start with you first. Mr. Jim, do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but? Please raise your hand, give us your name, spell your name, reply with I do and your address.
Gideon, James Gideon, and my name is James Gideon, and you said my address? It's 6224 Sand. Okay, my address is 6224 Sandpiper Lane, North Olmsted, Ohio 44070.
Or affirm you will tell the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Matter. All right, hearing none, we'll go to legal, please. And I don't think I see Mary. Madam Secretary, are you able to read that legal in for us?
Madam Chair, members of the appellant is appealing a decision of the Cleveland Department of Building and Housing. The standard of a review is whether the administrative decision was illegal, arbitrary, capricious, unreasonable, or unsupported by the preponderance of substantial, reliable, and probative evidence. If the appellant fails to meet this burden, the administrative decision must be affirmed. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. We'll now turn to you, Mr. Gideon. Go ahead and tell us about your appeal, please.
Okay, so this all started when I had a tenant that was being retaliatory because I evicted him. And he put the gravel in there so he could park another car in the driveway. So he has since been evicted and moved out. I've got it re-rented to somebody that has one car. I was just trying to speak with Cheryl Gregg, and I said, you know, what are my options here? I don't want to cement it in. I'll just put a bush or a fence or a parking curb or something. But she wouldn't respond to me and said my only option was to appeal, that she wouldn't have any discussion. And I submitted a picture. I planted a bush there. I can put a parking curb. I can put more bushes. I can put one of those fences that you get from Home Depot, Lowe's, that you just pound the stakes in there. So it's not like you have to get a permit or anything for it. So I was just asking for an option. That was it before. And I just put a bush there, and you can see, if you were to zoom in on the neighbor across the street, I mean, they have gravel in their front yard and they park their cars on it. So I was just looking for an option, and I put the bush there, but nobody would respond to me as to what I could do. They said I had to appeal.
Okay, and so by filing this appeal, you are stating to this board that there was some action of the department that was illegal or arbitrary or capricious or otherwise unsupported by good evidence. Is there any testimony regarding that that would show on the date of July 10th, 2025, the allegations as stated were untrue?
So if it's against the code to park a car there, then it is true. But I took the remedy to fix it, and I asked what would the remedy be, and nobody would tell me what my options were, because I'm not going to I'm just going to block it off. so they can't park there.
Okay, understood.
And there's nothing that says I can't have gravel next to a sidewalk.
Okay. Does that conclude your testimony?
That concludes my testimony. I put a bush,
All
I'll
right.
put whatever I need to do in front of it to block access to that so they can't park there anymore. And again, the tenant I have has just the one car and, it's not an issue now.
Okay, understood. Any questions from the board?
No, I'm just trying to be reasonable and just trying to get this resolved. And all I'm looking for is what are my options? Can I just put a bush or 2 bushes or a parking curb, whatever it takes? I will do that.
All right, thank you. So this call for questions is going to be to the board. So any board member want to chime in and ask any questions?
Madam Chair, it appears that there is no driveway that goes to the rear of the house for parking behind the house. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's not wide enough to get a car in the back. So this was always just a sidewalk, and then, the gravel was added just to allow him to park a car, which he put a non-operational vehicle on there for like 3 years there while he was renting there. So it just sat there. Now there's nothing there, and there's a bush in front of it, and I can add whatever needs to be added, so nobody can park there.
All right, does that conclude your questions, Ms. Faith?
It does.
All right, any other board member have questions? All right, hearing no questions, I will entertain a motion. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Is there someone from the city who wishes to speak on this? Please go right ahead.
Chooks Okoye. I'm city planning, but my input here is that he has to meet the code. This is violation. Unfortunately, the inspector is not here. Is the inspector here by any means? So we will not. I don't think the city owes him the duty of telling him how to stop people from parking there. He will either have surfaced that area to meet the condition of a driveway, or
But I'm not using it as a driveway.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Gideon. You can't interrupt while someone else is speaking. I'll give you the floor in just a moment.
you have to figure a way to stop people from parking there. The city will not do that for you. You either put posts to block people driving through there.
Okay, can
Okay.
I ask?
Okay, yes, you have the floor, Mr. Gideon.
Okay, I didn't understand what he said. He said to put what, posts,
Okay.
or I couldn't.
Posts, yeah, a post, about 4 feet post to block
Mhm.
people, metal post or concrete post, whatever post, or wood to block people from driving through there.
Okay, and that's all I was asking. What is it you want me to do? So I will, I mean, I don't know that they need to be 4 feet tall because you're not going to drive a car over 4 feet tall, but I can put some posts in there so that they're semi-permanent, or parking, a parking block, a concrete parking block, whatever.
Anything like that that will block them from parking there, as long as you
Can
stop
I
them
just-
from parking there.
Okay, can I put one of those parking curbs on there that you put in, you just kind of drive a piece of rebar down there?
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and make a decision on your appeal. And before you take any action, I would say reach out to the department directly to figure out whether you need to pull a permit or whatever action you decide to take. So that way we can keep the docket moving and you can get the resolution that you need. So I'm gonna do one last call to the board members for any additional questions before I entertain a motion. All right, hearing no questions, I'll entertain that motion, please.
Madam Chair, given the testimony that we've heard today, I move that the violation be upheld.
Board Member Madison. second.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Madison. Can we call the vote, please?
Ms. Holzer?
Yes.
Mr. Madison?
Yes.
Ms. Faith?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Calendar number 25-222 is denied. Mr. Gideon, I can send you the email for Mr. Okoye so you can direct your questions directly to him.
Okay, and that's what I'm looking for. It's just somebody to give me a reason or just have a discussion with me and tell me what I can do to rectify the situation. I don't understand why I had to go through all this process to get to that point. It's a
All
waste of
right.
everybody's time. I'm sorry.
I fully understand that. Thank you so much for being here today, Mr. Gideon. You are now free to leave. We wish you the best of luck.
This decision will be ratified in January when we meet again, and we will send the appellant a letter, but I will also send that information to Mr. Gideon.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Madam Secretary. We're now going to move to the next case. This is calendar number 25-226. Do we have Kyle Knight present? All right, I'll have you come forward, and while you do that, Ms. Hoser will read in the case.
I have 224 next. Are we skipping it?
No. I'm sorry, I did skip something. Do we have Jennifer Roebuck present? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you come up here for no reason. You can come forward. I mistakenly skipped your case.
Okay.
But while you come forward, we'll go ahead and read it in.
Our next case is calendar number 25-224. This is at 12013 Hamlin Avenue. Jennifer Roebuck, owner, proposes to erect a 20-foot by 20-foot one-story frame detached gable garage in a B12 family residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there is one. And with that, Ms. Roca, would you like to do the oath? Is that okay? Cool.
Absolutely. Thank you. I am swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address for the
Okay,
record.
Jennifer Roebuck, Jennifer Roebuck, at 12013 Hamlin Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44120.
And do you swear?
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the room who wishes to speak today? Can you come up, sir, please? And you'll want to turn on that, move that mic towards you and turn it on as well. Thank you. And you'll reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address.
My name is Stephen Cates, Kates.
How do you spell your first name?
Stephen. My address is 4185 East 186th Street, Cleveland.
And do you swear?
I swear.
Thank you. Is there anyone on the call online? I'm not seeing anyone raising their hand. So back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Roca.
Oh, wait. Do we have someone?
Yeah, my name is Latrice Moore. My address is 3964 East 155th Street.
I'm sorry, we missed your name. Can you please
I'm
say
sorry.
that?
It's Latrice Moore.
Latrice, can you spell that?
Yes. Latrece. And my last name is Moore. Moore.
Okay, and then do you swear?
Yes, I do.
And we did not get your address.
Okay, my address is 3964 East 155th Street.
Okay, thank you very much. All right,
Okay, thanks.
anyone else on the call? We'll have you mute until you're called to give testimony. Is that Ms. Moore?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
I think that's everyone. Back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. In our Records Administration Office, we found that in 1916, a permit was issued to erect a two-story dwelling. 1923, a permit was issued to erect a garage. There are no variances on file and nothing of note in the more recent history. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Can we now have legal?
Madam Chair. Members of the board, the appellant is requesting an area variance from the garage requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, the appellant must prove that denying the request will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Now, which one of you would like to speak first?
Well, I'm the owner.
Okay, go right
And
ahead. State your
previously
name.
I had Jennifer Roebuck, metal garage. It was too small. I didn't use it that much and I had that torn down. So I'm 70 years old and I'm almost getting ready to retire for good. So there's some things that I wanted to do to get the garage, update the bathroom and in my driveway. And the car was stolen like once. A couple times I left the door open, they got in there. So it's time for me to try to just put it in the garage. You know, my neighbor called me last night and told me that I might have forgot the window in the back, snow in the back. You know, snow got in there. So I say it's really time for a garage.
Okay. All right. Anything to add, sir? State your name and give your comment.
My name is Stephen Cates. Yeah, there was a garage there previous. Like she stated, it was torn down. They placed a new garage in pretty much the same area. It's saying now that the code says it's too close to the neighbor's house. Well, it's within 10, 11 feet of the neighbor's house. So we had proposed to put a firewall on that side to city code, which is 5/8 fire rated plywood on the outside and 5/8 fire rated drywall on the inside, which gives a 2-hour fire protection. And that's okay by city code. But then they said it has to be approved since it's that close to the neighbor's property. But the neighbor's property, it extends further back and she has a short backyard. She doesn't have a standard backyard like your deep lots like in the regular city of Cleveland lots.
Okay. Meaning Ms. Roebuck doesn't, or are you saying the neighbor doesn't?
No, the Miss Roebuck doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time she comes 3 feet off the rear, that puts her within less than 11 feet of the neighbor's house, even though she's 3 feet off the rear and 3 feet off of the property line,
Okay.
which would be okay in any other case if you had enough depth in the yard.
Noted. Okay, very good. Thank you. And we also have on the call, Ms. Latrice Moore. Do you want to give your comment?
Yes. I guess, I'm okay with it as long as it's not interfering with, the distance of my property, then I won't have a problem with it.
Okay, and for the record, which property is yours?
This is 2643 East 121st Street.
Okay. Let's make sure you're here for the right case. I mean, we're talking about a garage on
Maybe I was.
Hamlin Avenue.
Yeah, I received a notice though. Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh, yeah, it
thought
looks
too,
like
but
on the corner.
yeah, I received a notice.
Yeah, it's
a
close
notice
by,
and-
but it's not adjacent.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure you were testifying for the right case. All
Okay,
right, does that
yeah,
conclude your
yeah.
comments?
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you so much. Do you
Okay.
want to have an opportunity to respond? Go right ahead, state
Yes,
your
what
name and
about-
give your comment.
What about the other neighbors? Because the neighbors had got letters
Mhm.
besides her.
Mhm.
And they have the option to show up or not.
Madam
Oh,
Chair,
did they reply?
I do have 2 letters, Madam Chair.
Okay, please go right ahead.
We have 1 letter of support from Carol Mitchum in response to the letter received regarding Jennifer Roebuck's case. Of course, I am support of my neighbor's request to be granted relief from the strict application of the codified ordinances, which will permit erecting desired garage on her property. It'll give Ms. Roebuck more protection for very expensive personal property and likely ease some anxiety from all the multiple crimes committed in the community that city seems powerless to do much about, even when such crimes are committed by children. Ms. Roebuck is merely doing what she can to help in the safety of herself. And this is Carol J. Mitchum, property owner at 12018 Hamlin. And then Yolanda K. Myers at 12002 Hamlin writes to state that she wants to let you know that she wholeheartedly supports Ms. Jennifer Roebuck in her desire to erect a garage. She is a abiding citizen that that now have a need for this garage. Please allow her to have this garage built. I already have an appointment on December 15th to 2025, which prevents me from attending the hearing. She's honest and hardworking, kind and caring, and I'm proud that she is one of my neighbors, and I love her as a friend and neighbor, and that's Yolanda K. Myers. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that.
Wonder what about the main neighbor that's right next door? She said that she had emailed her testimony.
All right, we can
Yeah.
do a check for that.
And what is her name?
What's your neighbor's name?
Last name. I knew the first name. That's my daughter, the same. Her first name is Tammy. Yeah. And they're the ones that, should have been probably complaining because they're, right next door to my property.
Okay, and Mr. Cates, just to confirm, the garage that you're building now is in the same place that the previous garage was. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay.
But it's gonna be a little bigger than
Got
the
it.
other one, the previous garage.
Okay,
But it's in the same footprint.
okay, noted. All right, any comments from city planning?
Good morning. My name is Xavier Bay, representing City Planning. We're in support of the variances here today. As was mentioned, the applicant here has lot constraints that really don't let them place the garage in a better suited location while also having access to drive in a vehicle, as seems the purpose here, to secure their vehicles and their property. And it's also great to hear that the applicant's willing to provide a fire rating wall in case any occurrence of fires. So that being said, we're in support.
All right, thank you so much for that. Mr. Bay, any questions from the board?
No questions for me.
All right, well, I will entertain a motion, please.
Madam Chair, given the testimony we've heard today, Mr. Bay did a nice summation. The applicant has already testified that he's willing to upgrade the fire rating on the walls that are adjacent to the neighbors. So given that, I move approval of calendar number 25-224.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Faith. Is there a second?
Board Member Roca, I second.
Thank you, Ms. Roca. Can we have the call to vote, please?
Ms. Holzer?
Yes.
Mr. Madison?
Yes.
Ms. Roca?
Yes.
Ms. Faith?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Calendar number 25-224 is granted. This will be ratified on January 5th when we are back in session, and we will send you a letter, but you can contact us on January 7th for further instruction.
So it's passed?
All right. Yes, your
Fantastic.
variance has been
Thank you.
approved. Yes, you're quite welcome. Good luck to you and your project. Thank you for coming down today.
All right, thank you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, now we're going to call the next case, and I haven't skipped anyone. So Mr. Kyle Knight, if you want to come forward, and we'll read in your case.
Our next case is calendar number 25-226. This is at 3118 West 17th Place. Kyle Knight, owner, proposes to construct a new single-family residence with front-loading attached garage in a B1 two-family residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there are two. With that, I will hand it over to Ms. Roca for the oath.
Thank you, Ms. Holzer. I'm swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, state I do, state your name and spell your name and give your address.
I do. Kyle Knight, Kyle Knight. My address is 1280 Webb Road, Lakewood, Ohio.
You said I do, right?
I do.
Okay, great. Is there anyone on the call for this matter? Anyone in the room? Sir, are you here for this case? No? All right, back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that. Ms. Roca, can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. We didn't find much in our Records Administration Office, only that in February of 1965, there were permits pulled to correct violations on a single-family residence. There is one variance on file, Madam Chair, you may remember from earlier this year in May. This appellant was approved a variance to build a home addition and new garage within the front yard of a property located in a B1 two-family residential district. This was granted without conditions on May 12th, 2025.
And what was that case number?
That was calendar number 25-069.
Right.
That's all that I have. That's relevant. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have legal, please?
Madam Chair, members of the board, the appellant is requesting area variances from the garage and interior side yard requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, the appellant must prove that denying the request will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variances will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. We'll now turn to you. Mr. Knight, go ahead and give us your comments regarding your variance request.
Sure thing. I did upload some documents. I don't know if they're available. But that does illustrate, the last slide does illustrate that this property is located at the end of the street. And if you do recall, the last variance was granted for that was the drawing for the previous plan, the addition, the garage. Since that variance was granted, we then discovered some issues in the foundation, and it turned out that we needed to do new construction rather than the addition that was planned. So I intentionally designed a new construction home to be very similar to this previous structure again, this is the previous drawing. So just putting that up there so you can kind of see what the initial plan was. And then the next slide, I believe, will show the new plan, which was intentionally supposed to be very similar to the variance that was granted, having that garage where it was. The benefits of having that garage there, one, as previously stated in the previous hearing, is that my wife is in the medical profession, and she gets home late at night and early in the morning, and allows her to safely get into our attached garage and go right into the house. That is what I'm trying to accomplish there. Also, that it's an empty lot where that garage is being proposed. So I'm trying to utilize the front portion of that property while also including living space above and maintaining a nice backyard. I think the main reason why the variance was approved last time was because it is at the end of the street, and it's really no visual hindrance to any neighbors. And as far as the garage location, that is the summary.
All right, thank you for that. Any questions from the board?
Yes, Madam Chair, and I do remember your previous case, and I just want, this is a new case, so if you could just state for the record in this case, why you can't put the garage in the back.
Basically, in this picture, it shows two lots. Those have been joined together. So I want to utilize the front portion of the new lot and maintain a nice backyard and not have a driveway going down the whole property line. I think that is my intent. I was hoping, again, that keeping up there, it's also because of there's going to be living space above it. And I think this design works well. And as it was previously passed, I was hoping that would be passed this time.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions from the board? All right, any comments from city planning?
Good morning. My name is Xavier Bay, representing City Planning. My neighborhood planner had approved this through the internal, housing design reviews. So we're standing in support. I also mentioned that the applicant now is proposing the front of the garage to be further from the right of way than the previously approved variance. So right now they're proposing 22 feet, which we believe is enough room to view any type of pedestrian activity. And as was also mentioned, which is expected to have very minimal pedestrian activity because this is at the end of a no through lot, or sorry, a no through street. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Bay. One last call to board members for any questions.
I have no
All right.
questions. Chair.
All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion, please.
Madam Chair, given the testimony that we've heard today, as mentioned, we heard this case. We heard the case previously, 25-069, which was approved. And again, Mr. Bay summarized it. This is a, excuse me, a dead-end street. There's a vacant lot next door. So with all that taken into account, I move approval of calendar number 25-226.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Faith. Is there a second?
Board Member Holzer, I second.
All right, can we call the vote?
Mr. Madison,
Yes.
Ms. Roca,
Yes.
Ms. Holzer,
Yes.
Ms. Faith,
Yes.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
Count number 25-226 is granted. This will be ratified on January 5th when we return, and it will be available for you for pickup on January 7th.
All right, that concludes your matter. Thanks for coming down. You're all set.
There is a second matter on there. Did we discuss that one as well?
Okay.
The number two, the minimum distance to the side of the property. Was that
Oh, yes,
also
yes,
approved?
both
or
of
is
those are
that-
granted.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yep, yep.
Verify. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're very welcome. All right, we're now going to call calendar number 25-227. Do we have Yvonne Young present? All right, looks like you're coming forward. While you do that, we'll have Ms. Holzer read in your case.
Oh no, why did okay, there we go. Our next case is calendar number 25-227. This is at 3431 Seymour Avenue. Yvonne Young, owner, proposes to erect a one-story attached front-loaded garage and new deck to an existing, sorry, grammar is hard for me this morning, apparently. Add this to an existing single-family residence in a B1 two-family residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there is one. And with that, I will hand it over to Ms. Roca for the oath.
Thank you, Ms. Folzer. I am swearing in all who are present for this case. Excuse me. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address.
I do. Yvonne Young, YBONNE, YOUNG, 3431 Seymour Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44113, 4923.
Thank you. And is there anyone else in the room for this case? Anyone on the call for this case? I'm not seeing anyone. And Ms. Young, you'll just want to make sure you speak up a little so our court reporter can hear you.
Okay.
Thank you. Back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. In our Records Administration Office, we found that in 1893, there was a single-story addition made to the property. 1924, a permit was issued to erect a garage. 1930, a permit was issued to install a porch. 1963, a permit was issued to erect a chain link fence. There are no variances on file. And then in the more recent history in our Acela system, we see that in 1999, a permit was issued to board up openings on the first floor. 2000, a permit was issued to erect a chain link fence. And then in 2000, we see electrical and plumbing permits pulled to correct a violation notice that was issued in actually 1999 to condemn the property. And then in 2017, a certificate of disclosure was issued stating that the authorized use of the property is a single family. And that's all that I have. That's relevant. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, can we have legal, please?
Madam Chair, members of the board, the appellant is requesting an area variance from the garage requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, the appellant must prove that denying the request will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Ms. Young, we're now going to turn to you. Can you tell us about your variance request?
I have since the garage is already on the front, I didn't think it would be an issue to just put, to make the driveway wider and continue with the garage being on the front. I've had a lot of car break-ins, and it's if I put it in the back, then that means I have to pour a long driveway, cut down trees. And the platform was already poured for the garage. And it would just be easier to come in because I only have a back patio door. So my door is on the front. The driveway is already on the front. The apron, everything is on the front already.
Okay, so it sounds like you are installing a garage. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
All right, and you are asking for permission to do that against the
Yes.
code. All right, that's pretty straightforward. Any questions from the board?
Yes, Madam Chair, there's already a garage, so are you moving?
I'm using it for storage for the most part, and I have more than one vehicle, so that's why I wanted a bigger garage.
So are you maintaining that existing garage and then,
Yes, and
Okay.
connecting the other garage to that existing garage.
I see. Thank you.
All right, any other questions from the board? All right, any comments from city planning?
Good morning. My name is Xavier Bay, representing City Planning. So on the screen here, you can see the site plan, and they're proposing the addition here to the left of an existing garage. And from our understanding, it looks like you're going to replace the doors that are on the existing garage and just have doors on the addition. Is that correct? Through the chair, or through the.
Say that again?
So I just wanted clarification. You have the existing garage there with the garage door facing Seymour.
Yes.
And then the addition you're creating also has garage doors.
Yes.
Are you keeping garage doors on the old section of the garage as well? Okay. Thank you for that clarification. We were in support of the variance requests here. The garage is already set back about 37 feet from the right of way. The only request that we have is that the board add a condition that there be no parking in the front yard.
Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Bay. And so given that request from city planning, I guess, are there any follow-up questions? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, I will ask one follow-up question. Can you describe to the board what difficulty you'll face if your variances are not granted today?
I would have to tear down the trees. I would have to pour a long garage. There's no access to the back of the house without a lot of expense. And then I would have to enter from Aaron Street instead of what I'm used to being on. I feel like I live on Seymour, even though my property extends to Aaron. So that would just really bum me out.
Thank you.
All right, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, given the testimony we've heard today, reviewing the site plans and the support of city planning, I move approval for calendar number 25-227.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Faith. Do we have a second?
Madam Chair, I second with a friendly amendment, adding the condition that there be no parking in the front yard.
All right. And just to make sure that you're clear about that, Ms. Young, the board is proposing to approve your variance with the condition that there's no parking in the front yard. Do you understand that?
I think I do. Because I'm widening the driveway, that means that I can't park in front of the garage if it's, say if I pull up and just don't go in the garage, that wouldn't be okay.
Mr.
Because,
Bay, can you expound on the condition, please?
Yes, this is Xavier Bay again with City Planning. And so I'm basically explaining, we typically, there's a goal to reduce pedestrian and vehicle interactions, basically conflicts. And so, and we traditionally don't support parking within the front yard of structures. And so we're asking that you don't utilize the parking pads in front of your garage for parking, but you could use it for unloading, like, park there quickly, unload things that you may have, and then park onto the street or in your new garage.
thank you.
All right, so you clear about what that condition
Yes,
is, your variance? Okay, just wanted
No
to make
parking in
sure.
front of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, very good. So we have a motion, we have a second. Can we call the vote, please?
Ms. Holzer?
Yes.
Mr. Madison?
Yes.
Ms. Roca?
Yes.
Ms. Bates?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Calendar number 25-227 is granted conditionally. This will be ratified on January 5th, and it will be available for you to pick up on January 7th.
Okay, thank you all very much.
All right, you're quite welcome. Thanks for coming down. We're next going to call calendar number 25-228. Do we have someone present from 15550 Lakeshore Realty?
Dan Bickerstaff with Ubiquitous Design.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Bickerstaff. We're going to go ahead and read in the case. Ms. Holzer?
Our next case is calendar number 25-228. This is at 1550 Lakeshore Boulevard, 15550 Lakeshore Realty, Inc. Owner proposes to erect a commercial kitchen and supply space addition to an existing gas station in a C2 local retail business district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there are two. And with that, I will hand it over to Ms. Roca for the oath.
Thank you, Ms. Holzer. I'm swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address. Go ahead, Mr. Bickerstaff.
I do, Dan Bickerstaff. Dan, D-A-N, Bickerstaff, B as in boy, I-C-K-E-R-S-T-A-F-F, 3443 Lee Road, Shaker Heights, Ohio, 44120.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the room well, there's no one else in the room, so is there anyone on the call for this case? I am not seeing any. Oh, I saw someone come off mute. Go ahead.
I do. Azhar Khan, A-Z-H-A-R and K-H-A-N, 7305 Royal Porter's Drive, Solon, Ohio.
Thank you very much. Anyone else on the call? Back to you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have history of the property, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The property was originally zoned general retail in 1929. In 1975, it was changed to local retail business. In our records room, we found that in 1967, a permit was issued to erect a one-story service station with 3 pump islands, parking area, and 4 light poles and sign. Then, Madam Chair, in our Acela system, we see that in 1990, new signage was installed. In 2016, a fire occurred on the property and the property was boarded up. In 2016, later in 2016, permits were issued to correct the violations regarding the fire. In 2017, permit was applied for an addition and alterations to a gas station. And oh, I'm sorry, this is out of order. In 2000, we see a permit was issued to erect a new canopy on the property. And at that time, an application was also made to erect an addition for 600 square feet carryout space. But that status is states is active. And then in 2021, again, an application was made for an addition. And there are no variances on file, and that's all that I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Can we have legal?
Madam Chair, members of the board, the appellant is requesting a use variance from requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the use variance, the appellant must prove that denying the request will result in an unnecessary hardship, particular to the property, such that there will be no economic physical use of the property without the variance, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zone.
All right, thank you for that. All right, Mr. Bickerstaff, you have the floor.
Okay, Madam Chair, I'm not sure, Xavier, if you have our presentation keyed up, but I can share my screen if you don't. Okay, great. You can see this is a rendering of the existing service station, and you can barely see the addition, which we tried to design a 1,900 square foot addition to be seamless and give the building a sense of completeness without bringing attention to the addition. Next. Site location, East 156 on Lakeshore. Next. So the items that were identified as non-conforming was, you can see along the perimeter of the north corner, northeast corner, and actually along Lakeshore Boulevard, there are some existing shrubs. It's required that we meet the city's requirement for trees, which we've done, as well as a pedestrian walkway that allow customers to navigate the site from Lakeshore to the existing building along the north and east side of the property. Next. Just to give you a sense of what the existing building consists of. The niche there in the southwest view, upper third photo, those walls will be removed and then we'll add 20 feet onto the rear of the structure. So on the west side of the building, it'll be a 20-foot deep addition, and on the east side, a 30-foot deep addition. Next. We're looking to also enhance the existing building, painting the masonry, adding new signage, which would be another submission by another consultant. But we've complied with the walkway. I don't know if you can zoom in, but you can see a walkway leading from Lakeshore Boulevard, meandering to the southeast and then back horizontally westward to the building. And then we added our bike racks. Right there's the walkway that we've added. And the bike racks are the south end of the property building. So you can see the lavender color portion is the new addition. Next. And again, as mentioned, we're simply adding square footage so that our client could include a new kitchen for food prep, as well as expand the storage area of his facility. Next. We can go through the next images pretty rapidly. I shared about the seamless nature of the addition to create a seamless condition for the entire design. Colors to match, these are renderings. You can see the addition, you can barely tell where it is in the the first photo. And then these are images of the front. Next. So that concludes the summary of what we're attempting to do in terms of enhancing this operation and add square footage for the building so the owner can operate efficiently and effectively. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Bickerstaff. Now, just to be clear, what I have before us is a use variance to operate as a gas station in this particular district. Before this application, was this already operating as a gas station?
Yes, as Ms. Hooper mentioned, it was for the zoning change. It was originally general retail, but I believe it was 75 or something along those lines. It was changed to local retail. The gas station was already constructed.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. All right, we'll now turn to Mr. Khan. Do you want to give comments? We have Azar Khan who swore in for this matter. And you now have the floor if you would like to give comments.
No, ma'am, I don't have any comments at this point.
Okay, thank you for that. Any questions from the board? All right, no questions from the board. Do we have any correspondence, Madam Secretary?
Yes, Madam Chair, we have a letter of support from Councilman Polensek. He writes that as councilman representing Cleveland's 8th Ward, I'm sending this letter to officially notify the board that I support the granting approval for 15550 Lakeshore Boulevard, who proposes to erect a commercial kitchen and additional space to existing gas station. I do not understand the reason why the owner needs to appeal for relief from the strict application of the codified ordinances for this gas station, for it is an existing station which had received permits to build there in the first place. In addition, I thought this had gone through design review regarding additional build out. Regardless, I approve the request from 15550 Lakeshore Realty Inc.'s request to erect the commercial kitchen and storage space to the existing gas station that sits at said address, as long as the requester follows the design review guidelines in the city permit language. If there are any further questions, please feel free to contact him, Michael D. Polensek at Ward 8. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Mr. Bay, any comments? City planning?
Good morning. My name is Xavier Bay, representing City Planning. We're in support of the variance request today. I will mention that this addition did go through local design review with our Northeast District. And so the meeting took place 10/7/25. It was approved by our local design review committee. And as you heard, there were 3 conditions that were made that the applicant is meeting with the proposed plan today, all mentioning additional trees, the painted walkways, and bicycle parking. And so with that, I'll just mention we're in support. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Bay. I will ask the board one last time if there are any questions.
Madam Chair, just to clarify, for the record, Mr. Bay, the reason for this variance is because there was a zoning change. Otherwise, I mean, this gas station operated since the, I think, 70s. And it remains a gas station. So I just want to make sure we're clear that this is just due to a zoning change.
That's correct. The main reason we're seeing this is because, yep, correct, there was a zoning change establishing this property into the local retail zoning district. And so the previous use is grandfathered in. So whenever there's an addition to a existing non-conforming condition, they have to come back here for approvals.
Okay.
So that's correct. The use has already been established and in continuance since the early 70s or 80s.
Thank you very much. Hopefully that'll clear that up for the councilman if he happens to be listening on the call. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Ms. Roca. All right, well, I will entertain a motion, please.
Madam Chair.
Oh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. Madam Chair, given the testimony that we've heard today and the clarification about the zoning, I move approval of calendar number 25-228.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Faith. Do we have a second?
Board Member Roca, I second.
Thank you, Ms. Roca. Can we call the vote?
Mr. Madison,
Yes.
Ms. Holzer,
Yes.
Ms. Roca,
Yes.
Ms. Faith,
Yes.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
Calendar number 25-228 is granted. This will be ratified on January 5th, and the appellant can contact us on January 7th for further instruction.
Okay, thank you,
All
Madam
right.
Chair. Committee members, appreciate you guys.
You're quite welcome. You have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. All right, that concludes our matters today. I see that we have Samantha Chappelle or Samantha Chappell on the line. Are you here for a particular case?
Yes, I received 2 pieces of paper. It said it was my final notice.
Okay, regarding what?
A zoning, what, the address, 11905 Gay, Gay.
Okay, did it have a calendar number on there?
Like the date? I can,
Did it have a case number that says like 25 dash?
no, ma'am. Final notice, attention property owner, no dashes, no anything. Oh, yes, calendar number 25223.
223. All right. So this particular calendar number was on the agenda for today, but it has been postponed and it'll now be heard January 26th.
Okay.
Now, because you are a neighbor, this is why you are sent this notice to appear. You can decide whether you want to appear, and you can appear either in support of the project that is proposed, or you can appear in opposition to the project is supposed or that's proposed. And you can appear again on January 26th, or you can not appear if that's your choice.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with my personal property.
Well, it is, you have been sent this because you are in proximity to someone else requesting a variance. And by law, we're required to notify you of that variance, and that's why you received that notice. And so you're free to chime in because you are a nearby property owner.
I would like to, thank you.
Okay, perfect. We'll just log right back into this link on January 26th, and your comments will be heard at that time.
Thank you.
Okay, you're quite welcome. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. All right, well, that concludes our matters for today. I am now going to look at old business. We have numbers 1 through 4 that are up for ratification. Any objection?
No objection, Madam Chair.
All right, hearing no objections, those will be ratified. We have 2 cases that are up for affirmation, calendar number 25-098 and calendar number 25-099. And both of these calendar numbers, the appellant is requesting more time due to them still working through design review processes. Any objection?
No objection.
All right, those will be affirmed without objection. It is now 10:33 and we are adjourned. Have a great day, everyone. And happy holidays. This is our last session until New Year.
Enjoy your holidays, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Faith. You do the same.
Happy holidays.
I got it. I'm not locked out.
I do today.
Let me turn this off.
So, Marcus won't be joining us. I guess they had something. So,
We're not just us.
I did invite Shannon, I don't know if she.
Is she back from vacation?
Yeah.
All right.
We're on the record still.
Oh,